world as we know it is about to end. The world as we know it is about to end. David Icke.
The greatest form of control is where you think you're free when you're being fundamentally manipulated and dictated to. One form of dictatorship is being in a prison cell and you can see the bars and touch them. The other one is sitting in a prison cell but you can't see the bars, so you think you're free.
What the human race is suffering from is mass hypnosis. We are being hypnotized by people like this. Newsreaders, politicians, teachers, lecturers.
We are in a country and in a world that is being run by unbelievably sick people. The chasm between what we're told is going on and what is really going on is absolutely enormous.
The greatest hypnotist on planet Earth is a oblong box in the corner of the room. It is constantly telling us what to believe is real.
Can persuade people that what they see with their eyes is what there is to see, you're gone. Because they'll laugh in the face of an explanation that portrays the bigger picture of what's happening. And they have. You're looking at the person who has gone on national television and radio in Britain, America, and talked about the fact that the elite families, including the royal family, are beyond the 5 sense level of their apparent human body, not human as we would perceive human.
The bloodline hierarchy at the top of the human pyramid of control and suppression passes the baton across the generations, mostly sons following fathers.
I, George Herbert Walker Bush, do solemnly swear.
I, George Walker Bush, do solemnly swear.
The plan is to engineer events, real and staged, that will create enormous fear in the countdown years to 2012. This includes a plan to start a third world war, either by stimulating the Muslim world into a holy war against the West, or by using China to cause global conflict, maybe both.
The years after the millennium will see gathering conflict all over the world, to the point where the United Nations will be overwhelmed.
January the 20th, 2001. Don't be surprised if the United States finds itself in another manipulated war during this administration. You will see monsters being created in the public mind to justify such action.
Between 2000 and 2002, the United States will suffer a major attack on a large city.
It's very clear that there are two stories running side by side in what we call daily life. There's what I call the movie. This is the version of events that the mainstream media and all the official authorities, the system, tell us is the nature of what's happening in the world. Alongside the movie is the secret agenda, which the movie hides and obscures. That agenda is for a global state which can be pretty much described in the nightmare of George Orwell's 1984. The Big Brother global state, in which there will be a world government, world central bank, world army imposing the will of the world government, world currency, and a microchip population linked to a global computer. What I call and what they call themselves, the Illuminati, which comes from the illuminated ones, have come through history. And as people began to reject overt, in-your-face dictatorship, they became the people who ran the system. You can look at the Bush family, and they are absolutely Illuminati. As presidents of the United States go, Father George Bush, I mean not the idiot son, but Father George Bush, is higher in the Illuminati than most of them. The British royal family are one of the Illuminati bloodlines. It's all about genetics to these people. They're like horse breeders. Diana basically called herself the Windsor's brood mare. She was brought into the web merely to be the vehicle to give birth to William. You look at Charles and you look at William, and there's very much a resemblance. But when you look at Harry, well, maybe it's just me, you know. You'll look at the Bushes and people like that, and they look like you and me. The key element is what happens beyond the realm that we can see.
This was George Bush. You're free, and freedom is beautiful. And you know it'll take time to restore chaos and order. Order out of chaos, but we will. Order out of chaos, or as I've dubbed it, problem, reaction, solution. Simple, devastating, played on us by the day.
Nobody laughs because they actually listen. They want to listen to what he's saying. And I think only then when you've listened to what somebody says, can you give an input into what they're saying.
You want to change society in a way that you know if you announce it openly, you're going to get massive reaction. So you don't announce it openly, you play this scam.
You know, you read a book and you go and hear somebody speak and you'll find it's not what you thought it was. He is not who you think he is.
Stage one, you create a problem. Could be a terrorist event, could be a war, it could be a run on a currency, could be a bird flu.
He's never said, you must believe what I say. I think he'll go out there and say, I'm not telling you to believe what I'm telling you now. I am passing on information that I have uncovered and gleaned over 15 years of research. Make of it what you will.
I've just described 9/11, by the way. I was in a bar just after 9/11. I was watching CNN live. And I saw Bush stand up and say, I saw this plane hit the World Trade Center. And he said, this is word for word, he said, and I thought, what a terrible pilot. That's what he said.
And I saw an airplane hit the tower of a TV, you know, the TV was obviously on, and I used to fly myself, and I said, well, there's one terrible pilot.
The first plane was not shown on live television, only the second one. No way in the world is it possible for him to have seen the first plane hit. Total freaking lies. Wanted for terrorism, biggest terrorist in the world.